Hey everybody, how are you? Welcome in this new episode of Juno Live. I hope you have a better start of the week like me again. I was chasing a bug like for an hour to finally figure out that I was using the wrong project. Anyway, and yeah, I hope today it's gonna be a bit less buggy and more funny. And as always, if you have questions during the stream, afterwards, and so on, don't hesitate to ping me, right? Alright, so we are reaching the last part of our swap concept. We are almost done in our whole flow, and we are actually reaching this point here. So you see we are really like at the end of all the process. And if we start the engine and give it a try, so here I'm starting all the apps we need, right? And if we have a look, right, I'm gonna, all right, it's mounted. So we are able to connect a wallet, maybe not, yes, and then we get the account and we can select an amount in ICP that we want to convert. We ask for the approval, and then when it comes back, we make a request to our serverless function, and that function kicks in and then take care of the transfer, which means that from the wallet the satellite gets the ICP, and now we are on the last step where we want to effectively top up the targeted canister, right? So where were we? All right, so in this part on the serverless function, we get the ICP from the wallet to the satellites, and we implemented this last week. We make a transfer for the CMC with the targeted canister with our satellite as sub account. So now the last step is finalizing that top up and saying the, actually this one was here, right? That's the one we did last week, and now here we can finalize the top up and say, okay, now everything is set, you can do the top up. So I go to the, that's Juno's code, because somewhere here I should have like a function to top up canister, and I'm just gonna copy it, right? So let me check. So here you see that's what we want to do now. We have done this part, which is the transfer payment. So if we have a look here, we have the ICRC transfer, right? And now what we want to do is this last part where we do notify top up. That's what we want to implement today. Okay? So let's do that. All right. So in the service, we're gonna create a new function that we're gonna call, or we're gonna call that notify top up. Notify top up to CMC. Yeah, that's great. And here we're gonna need those arguments. Where do I have that? That's like some custom types that I've created myself. Okay, so let's copy those over. And do we have a module types? Yes. So let's do it locally. So here we're gonna have yes. So Candid tabs, deserialize, and what do I use? Third? Yes, I guess. And we want the block index, and for block index we are using NAT. So I guess that this is just a NAT. Yes or not? It's right. So do we have it here? Yes, I guess so. Yes. Right. So we want the targeted canister, correct? And we need that block indexed, which we get when we do this here. Let block index, right? So we're gonna pass it here as a NAT. Is it a NAT? Yes. So here we're gonna have like try from, right? I guess. Yeah, let's do that for now. And then we want to have this. So, but I'm gonna use the same pattern, I guess, because that was kind of nice. So we're gonna do this with a call. We need the ID of the CMC, which is here like this. We need to result like that. Can I do this here? I should probably map error. No, that's, I guess. Do I did something wrong here? Okay. Cannot convert block index. Okay. I'm gonna format a bit. Right, so we are there, blah blah blah. So what did I want it to do? Yeah. So here we get a call result. Let's do that. If the top-up fail in the CMC canister, it refunds the caller. Ah no, that's an interesting int. So we can handle that. That means that the satellites would be refunded, but we know not the caller, so we're gonna need to keep track of this. That's interesting. All right. Here we add a to-do. Okay. So for now, we're just gonna implement this here. So let, and we pass the targeted canister and the block index, and let's already try that, right? Okay, so I'm gonna build. And we have an error in my, it's Candid, alright. I never remember how to convert those. That would be nice, doesn't work. Oh my gosh, I'm so lame sometimes. So here we got a block index. I just gonna use the same type. Nut. Here I get a nut. What did he say? No. Candid. Fucking types. Try from. Where do I have that? Bonded. No. Candid to not. I'm sure I asked that once. Blah 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 blah. No. Yeah, super. Just 0. No, that doesn't work. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. Seriously. So, what does it say here? Expected block index but found big in. And this is not better because here it's this. Okay, so how do I do that in Juno? Here I get back a block index, and here I pass the block index, which is from the IC ledger types. So here, where do I have IC ledger types? That's the same, right? same, but here I get a NAT. Why the F I get a NAT? Where was I? Here. So here we get, why do we get a NAT and not a block index? Because we do ICRC1 transfer and not an ICP transfer. Man, I'm sure that's super easy. And I'm probably just too stupid. Okay, so oh my gosh. Yes. Executor. Okay, and then what does it say? Call cannot interfere type of the. Alright, call. What do we have here? Ah, we need this. Cycles. Okay. Nice. And notify error. Where do I get that? Ah, it comes from the IC ledger types. Ah, yeah. Oh, interesting. IC ledger types. We don't have the IC ledger types here. Oh, we have those. Ah, no, that's from my types. Fancy. It's where there is no create with the CMC types. That's a bit impractical. Yeah. All right. So we upgrade, right? I think we have a command to do that. Let's go. So let's try again. All right, so I connect the wallet, and here I gonna let's do this. Yeah, because we probably want to. Ah, that's a good point. We probably want to limit the amount that is accepted, otherwise it's gonna be an error. So check current account. Here we need to add a to-do amount of cycles to transfer is bigger than available. Ah no, but we pay an ICP, so it's fine. Never mind. All right, so I want to convert 4 ICP for this. I think it's this one, right? Yes. Which has currently 1.4. So I want to top up this one with something like 4. Yeah. Okay. I did not print out the error, so we cannot be sure that it worked out. So let's. It did not, but yeah. At least we tried. So let's put a console log or something. Oopla. And we're gonna go with the message. And here we're gonna go with all right, so build upgrade, yes, right, so we do it again. Here we have success top up. However, not exactly top it up, right? Or I have some decimal issue or something. So let's see what we target. So this is the target canister. So here we're gonna add two text, and here we have what we says. We have the result in cycles, right? So what did I do again? What? Huh? What? It's because we have, what do we have here? Call result. I doubt. Here we have result. Okay. I can have notify error here too. Okay, so that's interesting. So here we're gonna do result cycles, and here we're gonna do error, notify error, fail it to notify, let's call it like that, notify, and here we do okay cycles, cycles, let's go. Not necessarily my day, right? what does it say? This expression has type. Yeah, so that's why here I want to do this. And here. Whatever, just to see where we land, because otherwise we go nowhere. Alright. Cool. So again, failure to notify. Nice. Okay, so we are slowly getting there. So I think it would be interesting to know what are the arguments here. Format args. Not sure I can parse like this. Does that work? No. Args dot to text. And here we have an error, so what did we say? We cannot parse it because... Oh, we can? Nice. No, we cannot. Yeah, of course, that would have been too easy. I mean... Oh yeah, but I don't want to re-implement the wheel. But I guess I have to re-implement the wheel. So we have to implement this for that. Super. Self-refunded. Enumerial person reason block index. What? Ah ouais. Reason block index. So reason block index, and here we're gonna have refunded reason block index. Super. Then invalid transaction. Invalid transaction. I'm sure there is a better, faster solution than what I'm doing, but like I just don't want to use ChatGPT in this live stream. Block index. Right. Then we have what? Processing. Save processing, and then we have thanks JetBrains. Other, which has error code and error message. Error code, error message. There. No. Tac. Yeah. All right. No, it's amazing. Gonna be better, maybe. All right. Okay, so we still want to know what's happening, why it fails, right? All right. So again, and the error is failed to know invalid transaction intent in the block 0 unrecognized memo 0 different than a notification. What? Wait. You see? I'm pretty sure I forgot that. So it turns out that when we do, let me check first if it's correct. Here we go. So when we do the step before here, we do the transfer. Basically, we tell the ledger that we want to approve or transfer. No, we do a transfer. Yeah, we do a transfer for the CMC with the subaccount of the targeted canister or satellites, whatever. When we do that, we actually need to pass a memo here that needs to tell, for some reason, that we want transfer ICP from wallet. So here, where did I put that? It's transfer from, no, transfer from here. So here I added that as last parameter. So here we want to provide this memo, which says it's a top up. Wesh. So I'm not. Is it the same memo with ICRC and not ICRC? Of course not. Of course not. Memo pub byte buff. And here we have memo pub U64. And how do I convert one from the others? Here, from. Okay, right. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's gonna be something more beautiful than that, I guess, but we're gonna do the tricks. Here we're gonna do as ICRC memo. Alright, and here we're gonna do from this one. Whoa! For consistency. Alright. the tray from ICRC ledger memo is not implemented. It's because here then I guess to do but we see that there is from byte buff, so why do we have here memo dot I don't know if it's gonna work really, like at this point of my day. Yes, and here we will do same, so tic tac took. Not sure why I've been knocked out here. Did I put like 30 minutes? Yeah. Alright, so I upgraded, right? Yeah. Like, alright, so you know what? I'm sick of this. And yeah, I'm really sick of this stuff. So ICRC from memo, here we have U64 here, so that should do the tricks, but this one still says the same error message as before. Intent in the block 0 and different than the notification. Just checking if I'm drunk or something. No, so I give the memo here, and the memo comes here, and the memo comes there, and so nice to have 20 different specific stuff. Memo, but maybe it's not the same memo and we cannot do what I just did. It's possible. So let's do this. So here we're gonna do a nice, we're gonna rename this one ledger ICRC, and I will implement a ledger ICP. That way I do exactly the same stuff as in Juno, given that it works out there. And so let's take this, that, boom, bim bam boom, and here we're gonna do this. Yeah, so let's go. So account identifier, principal to account identifier, that's this one, so that one, all right, and then we're gonna have what do we need? The account gonna be, and we're gonna have the sub account. All right, so I will also take the same parameter. Just and we need tokens. Yeah, it's like so here and tokens from there to, all right, and we should not have ICRC here, so memo should be from IC, and the result is transfer result. Seriously, what a joke. And then transfer args are also from here, and here we have blah blah blah. From sub account gonna be default sub account, it's gonna be the same. From sub account none, so default sub account is this one. So ICP. Not good. All right, and ultimately we have transfer token. Where was I? And transfer token is this method. We're gonna make like this, and here we need the ledger, and the ledger, I think we get it somewhere. Ledger ID. We take it as a parameter. So I'm gonna add it here and there and here, and here we can remove this, make this like this, and transfer comes from IC ledger types. All right. Okay, so here, what? Okay. So we have an ICP transfer, not ICRC. Okay, and now that we have an ICP transfer, right? So we're gonna do the same stuff because that's what we need. So in the service, when we do the transfer to the CMC, I gonna do call that a new ICP transfer here. And ledger CMC to sub account. So to sub account is this one. So to sub account we have it, it's the same because I already stole that piece of code. Memory canister we have it now. Send amount we have. IC transaction fee. We're gonna have to review this, but for now I will do that. Like this, we're gonna put a to do and ledger ID CMC sub account, this one, the amount, and the amount is the send amount, but the send amount here we need a token, so that's a bit different. We can do that. Send amounts tokens, we're gonna do this, right? Let's go, and here we're gonna do that. All right, failed to call the ICP ledger transfer, failed to execute the transfer, blah blah blah. Let result here, we're gonna have a block index now, which is nice. So we can remove the ICRC account. Here we had the send amount, nice. So like this. But it was already it, so like that. And here we're gonna have a block index, which comes from IC, which is nice. And then here we're gonna accept a block index. This way all the complicated stuff that I had to do here, we can block index.clone. Clone. Alright, and then we should roll out. Yeah. Let's see if it builds. That's what it calls to be fancy. Alright. Woo-hoo-hoo! So now we had 1.4. If I refresh, we have 5. Oh gosh, I don't know why I wanted to use that ICRC transfer just to be fancy or whatever. So it works out. We're just gonna do it one more time because you're never too sure. So let's do 3 more T-cycles. So I'm just gonna take a screenshot here if I can. Yeah. So we have a balance of 46 and we want 3 more T-cycles. So no, let's do that. So here I'm gonna have 8 more T-cycles here, and yes, again. So we are 5. So we're gonna add 8, right? So we're gonna have something like 13 or 14. I don't know the decimals. And here we're gonna have 44 ICP. If it succeeds. Alright. So first I connect, we have 44, that's right. So that's good. And here if I refresh, we have no 13. Gosh. So we are here and we just gonna need next week to do this, which is what to do in case of issue, right? So we've seen that we have refunded, but it's still the few things that we need to track. So just gonna format this and let's have a look of what we have done today. So doesn't matter, that's format. What I've done is, instead of using and making, let's remove that by the way, and we can even remove it I think because we're not gonna use it. So no. Alright, where is that? Okay, not use, and here we have a we have that? here. All right, so I remove the ICRC transfer that I use to make the transfer for the CMC with the sub account using the canister ID, because somehow here we needed to pass a memo that says that we want to make a top-up, and I'm not sure if it is the same memo or not. Long story short, I got mad and I decided to just remove the code, because I can do the same with an ICP transfer that I already have in Juno that works, where we convert the target and the sub account into an account identifier, and we use a good old school account identifier to make the transfer with our memo as parameter, and the memo we pass it here in the service. You see here, so that's the transfer, and here we have the memo, this, which is actually equals to top up. And here we pass the ledger ID, the CMC, the sub account, which is the targeted canister, that memo, the send amount, blah blah blah. And then when that is done, we add that mumbo jumbo for printing the error. But basically we have a payload where we say that was the block index for the transfer, that's the canister ID, and by notifying the CMC, we actively do the top up. Feed top up for real. Let's call it like that. All right. My pleasure. So yeah, was a bit bumpy as always, but yeah, it worked out at the end, which is nice. Also, it's always a bit challenging for me to try to live code and not search too much stuff on the forum or on Google or even with AI. So I'm glad it worked. And yeah, maybe just a final word on what we're gonna do next. So on one side, next week we're gonna finish a bit the cleanup, because like printing the error and this kind of things, and we should keep a bookkeeping a bit, like to know if it works or not, because if someone transfer ICP and then there is no cycles, we should know about it. And once that's done, I was thinking that instead of directly merging this in main and going like, all right, it's finished, what we can do is we can go a step further, where I'm also a bit more comfortable, is here we have implemented OISI, right? So we are using OISI, but I was thinking that actually on Juno we all have a wallet. So I was thinking it would be kind of meta to be able to connect the wallet. Here we would have Juno and OISI, and that would be Juno would be the Juno, your wallet Juno console. And what we can do is OISI is using a library called OISI Wallet Signer that provide those signer capabilities. So what we can do is we plug that signer in Juno, and we implement that front-end part where we turn Juno wallet into another wallet on the IC. And then we have something like super meta, where we have like a cycle.wash that's built with Juno, and then we use Juno to pay with Juno and this kind of things. And I think that could be fun. And also front end is easier for me. All right, so thanks for having joined. Enjoy your week as usual. If you have any question, just ping me. Bye bye.